Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I haven't seen y'all in a couple of days, huh? I was not feeling well the other day, and I woke up in so much pain in my back today. I don't know what's going on. I said, ugh. Good morning. I had a real bad migraine the other day, so I just didn't get on here. I slept most of the day, and I chilled out yesterday, and I'm probably not going to do much today either because I woke up in so much pain. I don't know if it's my bed or what, but this back, it's not backing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hey, good morning, everybody. How was y'all holiday? Hopefully it was good. Good morning. Y'all on y'all way to work and stuff? Is the weather get better? Girl, thank you. It's something. Baby, I woke up. I could barely walk this morning. My back was hurting me so bad. I said, I don't know what's going on. This is nuts. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. The other day, I tried to come get on here. I got dressed and everything. My daughter called me, and as soon as I got on the phone with her, I couldn't see. So I had to get undressed and just lay down and go to sleep. I don't know what's been going on. Good morning. Good morning. You said you're all in my business already. My back been hurting me. I was like, I don't know what's going on with that. Yes, honey. I don't know. So I just chilled out. I do think the migraines are from these, so I'm gonna go ahead and order some more lights today. I've been saying I'm gonna do it. I be trying to wait till stuff don't work, but I came in here and it was like, I could literally see it doing this, and our eyes pick that up before we can even see it, and so I'm thinking that's what. So we got some natural light today. We got some natural light today. Do I got both of these plugged up? I do. Okay. You said we've been packing and doing homework. So our bags is tight over here, but we got to get it together so we can head back north. Come on. Come on up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do y'all pack in boxes or do y'all pack in tubs, baby? Because packing in tubs is a lot easier, and you can slide them and stack them easier too. Baby, I do not pack in boxes no more. For the last couple times that oh, baby. I get them, baby. I don't be having not a damn box. I'm not taping nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm about to put it. I go get them. It's be a lot of money now. I spend all, to get them big long gray tubs, baby. I packs in there, and right on the top of it, slide them and stack them. You hear me? And they stack on the truck easy. Cause boxes, boy, they be crumbling and getting smushed and all of that, breaking my stuff. You got the 27-gallon tote, whatever that big long one is. The biggest one they got, them is the ones I got in my storage. Cause all these books, baby, I have 100, and just the cooking stuff and all of that, baby, I be trying the easiest ways, and then I just put them in the storage and keep it moving, Cause man, boxes, boy, be using up a lot of your money, and then they be trying to charge a lot of money. You used to be able to go to the grocery store and be like, can I get you extra boxes? Good morning, sister. Now they don't even let you do that. They be wanting you to pay for the boxes. It's cardboard. Yeah. So some of y'all might have already seen this. I wasn't even gonna get on here today, but I saw this. I said, okay, I'ma go ahead and let y'all hear this. And some of y'all already know. But when you hear this, good morning, Day. How you feeling, Pumpkin? When you hear this, can you just tell me if we talked about it? It's a couple things. Y'all ready? I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but some of it.
Okay, if you have ever criticized ICE online, maybe this is your warning, because according to the New York Times, the Department of Homeland Security are now sending legal requests to social media platforms asking for the information of users who are essentially talking shit about ICE online. Now, this reportedly includes names, email addresses, telephone numbers, and other identifying data. They report that Google, Reddit, Discord, and Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, have received hundreds of administrative subpoenas. Now, these social media companies can choose whether to hand over this information information or not. But four of the government officials that the New York Times spoke with said that Google, Meta, and Reddit have all complied with some of these requests. They said that the DHS is specifically looking for details of accounts that don't have a real person's name, which is, as you know, a lot, and also that have criticized ICE online.
Like CERCA TROVA is not a real name. You heard that? So if you got Instagram, Facebook, yes, okay? Or Google is even getting... Remember we've been saying our phones been tripping? But did we talk about this? That they gonna be turning us into the people? We talked about it, right? About being careful and learning a different way to say what it is that you're gonna say, because it could make the people come to your house. How often we talked about this in the last 4 years? Going on 5 now. We going on 5. We moving on up to 5. Hello. We did. And it's happening. Looky.
Pointed to the location of ICE agents. Now, honestly, we don't know what the DHS will do with this information. Maybe some watch list, maybe something more. Who knows? But
who remembers us talking about the watch list when I first started this? And I told y'all, I said, I already know I'm on their list. I've been on their list. That's how I got over here. I had a dream last night that something happened to knock the phones out. He said I was at an hour away from home. It was so crazy and scary. I was about to get home. He was trying to get home to your bug out bag and crank radio. I told y'all. Yeah. I always say that because it's the truth. Yeah. Yeah. I said they got us on the list. Here we go. Now.
Lawyers about it, keep talking about it. There's a financial fucking blockade in Minneapolis. They're doing a financial blockade on Minneapolis right now, like the Twin Cities, Hennepin County, where I reside. We're all being censored. So that's why you're not hearing about it. Keep talking about it. There's a financial fucking blockade in Minneapolis. They're doing a financial blockade on Minneapolis right now, like the Twin Cities.
Huh? What do we talk about with the money? If you don't do what they want you to do, they just gonna turn the money off. They gonna make sure you can't make no money. And this past Friday the 13th was the day that starts, that the stars and the moon and everything in the sky assimilated. So this could be, that's probably why they want you to do a new download on Google. Y'all heard it? They already starting to block the businesses. Did we talk about the businesses? You weren't gonna be able to go out and get nothing to eat? Huh? And it's more than one video about this, how what they're doing is making it, the businesses are losing tens of millions of dollars a week because nobody is going out to eat. And the businesses, the restaurants and stuff are going to be shutting down. We talked about all of this and we are literally watching it happen. Good morning, Joy. Good morning. I downloaded some of these, so hopefully they didn't steal them. But did we talk about it? I said, because I ain't really been too much on here. I just been chilling. But here's another thing. Who remembers we talked about you ain't going to be able to help everybody? And some stuff, it's going to hurt your heart, but you just going to have to keep it moving. We talked about that? We did, right? I said, I know you're going to want to, but you're not going to know who you can trust. You said the guard's been doing that in Memphis? Interesting. Watch this, family. Listen. Listen to this.
This picture here, and ask yourself, what does this look like to you? If your answer is an ICE agent disguised as a run-of-the-mill standard white lady in her leggings and her Canadian Goose, acting like her car is stuck on the side of the road and needs roadside assistance, in order for ICE agents to come out and kidnap the black or brown person that stops to help them, then your answer would be correct. That image that I just showed you is one of 3 that I know of that have been documented incidents where a white woman is dressed in her disguise of her workout gear or her leggings and her sneakers and her winter jacket, stopped on the side of the road with her car hood up, asking for roadside assistance, asking for help. This is always in your black and brown residencies, neighborhoods, and a black or brown person stops to help, and then they get swarmed by ICE officers and kidnapped. This has taken place at least 3 separate times that I know of, that have been documented, that I know of in the past week.
It is, Tasia.
Tom Homan declared the drawdown and retreat out of Minnesota. So there's no drawdown, there's no retreat. They're changing their tactics so that we can't keep as close tabs on them. So they're evolving and we're trying to learn. So keep your eyes on Minnesota. There's still things happening here. They've not left. They're changing their tactics.
You said on the news in Louisiana, they have said they wanted them to not have no mask on. Add back up. They said the only thing I can say is family. The family didn't talk about it. Oh, didn't we talk about it? Yes. That's causing, you said that's causing a racial divide so much bigger. Listen, did y'all hear that? Good morning. I was telling my granny on this day last year, just because she know it, she shouldn't say it. Know her role and shut her hole. The 17th is when she passed. That's tomorrow. Girl, and it's been a year. Just because you know don't mean you should say, and yes, you're going to want to help everybody, but you're not going to be able to. I had to delete TikTok because I get so drained to see all this unfold. I still praying to get my mind right. Yes. I wasn't on there that much either. I'm going to tell you. Listen, I watched some shows online. You're not late, honey. We just started. You're never late. You can just rewind and go back, and then you were here at the beginning of class. Never late. But I saw that. I said, oh, okay. I deleted the app from everything. Listen, this is the crazy thing, though. Anything Meta. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I'm starting to think this might be Meta, too. Because, baby, when I first started doing this, they would give me several options for my the little thumbnails. Now they're not even giving me no options, nothing. I said, okay, so they must be over here. You hear me? They gotta be, because it's already weird stuff happening. When I try to post videos on this, they already acting crazy. Yeah. So just be mindful, okay? Be mindful. But it's about the time we about to have to probably go black. Because my phones, y'all saw what's going on with my iPad, all my phones. My kids was telling me yesterday, my daughter, remember I told y'all I called her 3 times and somebody picked up her phone? Well, something really is going on with her phone, because somebody else called her and somebody answered her phone, but she didn't answer it. I said, oh, they doing that remote stuff now. You said this is really good versus evil. Why would you pretend to be in distress to trap people? Because the devil don't care. The devil don't care. I told y'all. Y'all thought I was being mean when I was like, listen, you ain't going to be able to. Because people is already turning their family members in. Teachers is turning the kids in. The parents, y'all. Owners, the job, bosses is telling people to come pick up ice. You messing up your own money. So if you don't care about your own money, you don't care about yourself. So how can you care about somebody else? It's real. I keep trying to tell y'all, listen. But that's not the kicker. Y'all ready for this one? This one about to blow your mind. Now, you're going to need to listen real good at this one. Okay? This one, I need you to take your time and listen to everything that is being said, because it's a lie. You said the dude owns a new house, part of the U.S. group. They got TikTok, not owned by U.S. That's true. You ready? Here we go. I need you to put your listening ears on. This is 6 minutes and 30 seconds, and I need you to listen to all of it. Okay? It's 6 minutes and 30 seconds. You said my daughter called me yesterday in tears, thanking me for telling her to get ready. They are in her job looking for people. I don't remember what state it was, but 40 teachers quit their jobs. Something about a new rule. Here we go.
Brianna Love is back with us again with a horrific discovery. She says that she has a patent proof that COVID PCR tests are actually not tests at all, but that they're linked with human cloning technology. They're not science fiction, are they?
It's real.
Welcome back. So Dr. Ariana Love is back with us again with a horrific discovery. She says that she has a patent proof that COVID PCR tests are actually not tests at all, but that they're linked with human cloning technology. They're not science fiction, are they?
It's real. The PCR kits have never been about testing for COVID, as people were told. It is about cloning. They are cloning devices. And this has been admitted to by the NIH. It's on their website in a study entitled Molecular Cloning, Polymerase Chain Reaction, an Educational Guide for Cellular Engineering. There are patents as well, and the patents do say on the PCR kits, they do say that it's cloning technology. They use that exact word. So here, this study on the NIH website, it explains everything on how the cloning works using PCR kits. So, for example, it talks about vector DNA sequences and fluorescent protein. Basically, all of the kits that are cloning devices, they're using the fluorescent protein. That comes from insects. It's the firefly, the green fluorescent protein. So these are the carriers of the messenger RNA. They get cut into pieces inside the body, and that is used to transfect the human genome. The DNA carried from these microorganisms are then used to change humans. They talk about toxic genes. In some of the PCR kits, they are using toxic genes. They admit to that. And then also, they talk about, so what is the testing for? It's for genetic sequencing to determine how far along people are in the cloning process. And you can actually order these DNA sequences online. There's Adgene is offering them, and Thermo Scientific and Biolabs. They literally will send it to you. You order it, and they send it to you via email. They're using artificial genetic sequences, right? And they have to delete certain genes in the human genome, and then they code whatever the messenger RNA is coded with, and we know all of them are coded with this green fluorescent protein.
All right, so what is the goal? What is the goal here?
They are changing the human species, attempting to genetically modify humans and treating humans like animals. In particular, the green fluorescent protein, which comes from the firefly, that means they are actually turning people into hybridized humans with insect DNA. So they are transfecting, because we know from the study out of Sweden recently that the mRNA is transfecting and transcribing through reverse transcriptase into the human genome. That means people are becoming part insect. They are going to carry then and insect DNA. So I have clients that have been riddled with parasites, and not only parasites, but also these sort of Morgellons like hydrogels. They're also called Marcellus, and I have a study on that as well.
Do y'all remember right after 2020 when everybody was having them heart attacks and stuff, and people was dying, and they was pulling that jelly thing out that looked like the black stuff? Oh, yes. But wait, there's more. A whole bunch of people had parasites. A whole bunch of people had this jelly-like living substance that was in their arteries, and the doctors was like, we can't, and they kept silencing the doctors. Did you hear that she said, well, I don't know if it didn't got there yet, so I ain't gonna tell. Come on. Just listen, baby. Just listen.
They're laced on the PCR kit. So this is self-replicating nanotechnology, right? And these parasitic organisms are genetically modified, and they can feel them crawling under their skin. I kid you not. And these are people who never took the jab. They just had a bunch of the PCR swabs up their nose. People can go.
Remember we just looked at that little tube, and he said it's 100 million monsters or whatever in here. Remember? They put the damn nano things on the swabs, girl. Yes, they put the little nano monster, so every single person, every time you had to get, girl, listen, I did not get swabbed not one time, not once.
Do Adgene. There is type in Adgene plasmid cloning by PCR, type in Biolabs PCR cloning method,
and they're going to explain how this is being done.
So the NIH is admitting to this cloning technology.
Yes, absolutely. There's another NIH study about cross-species genomics that I want to talk a little bit about. It's entitled Targeted Genome Editing Across Species Using ZFNs and TALENs. So they have entire genome sequences, it says in the study, available for numerous species. Now, we know they've already been crossbreeding humans and monkeys, humans and pigs, humans and mice in the US, in China, maybe other places, possibly Ukraine, at the US biolabs there. I mean, this is nothing new. They have spliced animals and humans together. They're now treating humans like animals. In this particular study I just mentioned, it says they are using worms as carriers for the messenger RNA. They are transfected first with the green fluorescent protein, insect DNA, and then they are the vectors. And in particular, they are targeting...
I didn't get swabbed. I did not have nothing up my nose, and did not. We all have not been swabbed, because I didn't get swabbed, not once.
The REX1 on the X chromosome 4
Not
deletion.
one time.
What this does, to answer your question, is it causes their offspring, if they can have children, and there's a very small percentage you can, and this is specified in the study, their offspring are mutants. That's the exact word they use.
Who's they? Who uses that word? Who says that they're mutants?
NIH.
Tony Fauci's NIH.
Study I just mentioned, it says they are using worms as carriers for the messenger RNA. They are transfected first with the green fluorescent protein, insect DNA, and then they are the vectors. And in particular, they are targeting the REX1 on the X chromosome.
Vecna, remember from Stranger Things? And he went in and he could control the people. Vecna, remember? I said, oh, they're using a lot of stuff that was in Stranger Things, the names and stuff. Hello, and Sweet Tooth. Yeah. That's why I was so scared to have my daughter. They were saying it's mandatory to give birth at the hospital. Thank God my nurse didn't want to do it. Come on. Here we go. Let's finish. I know that.
For deletion. What this does, to answer your question, is it causes their offspring, if they can have children, and there's a very small percentage you can, and this is specified.
Remember, right after everybody got that COVID shot, a lot of women couldn't have birth, like they were sterile after that. Remember? Not all, but a lot of women, if they were pregnant when they got it, they immediately, within like 2 months, lost their babies. Or they haven't been able to get pregnant. Not all women, but a large number of women couldn't get pregnant. That's because it was some alien DNA in their tail. Hello.
So your question is, it causes their offspring, if they can have children, and there's a very small percentage you can, and this is specified in the study, their offspring are mutants. That's the exact word they use.
Evil? Remember what happened on Evil? A member? That little girl had a tail coming out of her, but she looked normal. I remember that, and they were saying it was temporary, and it was like, sterility is not temporary, y'all lying, right? But remember, they was mixing the DNA with that little girl. Them kids was all hybrids. Hello. Something else came out about that, too.
Who's they? Who uses that word? Who says that they're mutants?
NIH.
Tony Fauci's NIH.
It's right there on the website. Yeah, absolutely. And it says also that they can create a hermaphrodite sex by deleting this REX1 on the X chromosome. So they can play with the sex of people and of the next generation. They can make people completely without sex. There's one more study I wanted to mention on the NIH website. It's entitled Core Cross-Linked Fluorescent Worm-like Micelles for Glucose-Mediated Drug Delivery. These micelles are worm-like. These are the
glucose-mediated worm delivery. Ain't everybody getting a GP1 right now? That's how everybody losing weight with the glucose shot, right? Ain't everybody losing weight with the glucose shot right now? That was the next thing to come out, the GP1. Oh, the glucose shot. Got it. Oh, okay. Okay.
Gels made from graphene oxide for drug delivery that have been found on the PCR swabs, on masks, etc.
They are deleting God's creation, is what they are trying to do. There's the studies right there at the NIH website. They are telling you, Tony Fauci's NIH is telling you that they are cloning you and turning your children into adrenous mutants. Insane.
Huh. So was everything that we was watching still think it wasn't important to learn about the giants and the miscegenation that they were doing? God said everything that happened around that time was going to be happening now. You mean they doing it? Hello? Is it real now? Is we crazy now? Because everything in there we talked about over here. Hello? About them. You heard what they said. They showed. I'll show it to you. It was a half monkey, half person. So when we've been seeing these dog people running around, when we've been seeing these horse people running around, they said, oh, it's AI. It's not. It's absolutely not. It's absolutely not. Razor Rick 3. Razor Rick 3. Y'all can't tell me that's not crazy. That RAM person I seen the other day, exactly. And this is why AI is being pushed so heavily. Yeah, I don't think that's crazy. Happy Monday, Sarah. Huh? That's probably why a lot of people were dying, right? And remember, a lot of people's hearts went bad. Well, their body probably couldn't take, because they can turn these dang things on and off. He said, I had to get the swab to go back to work because I got sick. It was my sinus infection and my job told me I had to go get COVID tested. That was 5 years ago. I wonder if that's what caused your heart problems. Yes! Yes! Because so many people had heart problems. You said, you typed it, yeah. I told you I had a couple of appointments I went to, and one lady, her husband has not been able to work since he got that. He has massive heart failure and all kinds of stuff. You said the green alien man showing his childhood photos on the other place. Huh? Who? What you talking about? What you talking about, Trina? Yeah. You said, I keep losing family to heart problems and it's crazy, back to back. Y'all need to see if they had that COVID shot. I know someone too who hasn't been able to work since all that because of her heart. It's think about it though, because they found that black jelly in the veins and in the arteries. You said my right side of my heart is enlarged after I got it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have a friend and her daughter has heart problems after heart attack and strokes. Here we go. Well, if there is another, my coworker's wife developed dementia after the poke. She's 55, turned their whole lives upside down. Listen. Congestive heart failure is the diagnosis for those who took it. The norm. Interesting. Interesting. It start with the heart, then all the other organs shut down. Interesting. What y'all think about that? I knew something though when they first came out with the swabs and they was doing all them tents, and they started saying that they found out that a lot of people didn't have COVID. They were the testings was tainted. You said, "Yep, my brother, cousin, and aunt." Okay, what y'all think about this? People can feel the bugs crawling under their skin. That Sabrina, my mom had Bell palsy after taking the shot and the booster shot. Interesting. My mother has had all the pokes and now she is extremely sick. Because they trying to turn y'all parents and family members into mutants. Auntie, they were. The exact thing happened to me. The swab was wet. Guinea pigs. My grandma, the one that's alive, is 73, and they told her she had a congestive heart failure when she was 30 something. She didn't do no vaccinations, still mask up when she's out and about. You said when she's out and about, she don't play right. Well, I mean, it could come before that, but I'm saying congestive heart failure has been around forever. But a lot of people that got it, hear me, they got the swabs, they got the jabs, they got it after 2020, right? That's the thing. You said, and right after that, I got sick. I'm trying to tell y'all. You see it? Tell me that's not crazy, y'all. So if somebody went in the hospital saying, I feel like bugs are crawling under my skin, where would they put them? Where would they put them? Huh? A lot of folks lost their minds during and after the pandemic. Wonder if the parasites were going after the brain. Well, they said they've been able to break the blood-brain barrier in the other video we watched with the nanotechnology. And that's what they're saying this is, nanotechnology. With insect DNA. That was the day after Christmas 2021. They gonna go in an institution or a hospital. Okay. But was they telling the truth? Yes. Just like when they tell you they seeing them demons, they are. Hello. Now we know why them forks and spoons at the jab site people was magnetized, because they can control them once they get in your body. And they reassemble on their own. Just like in the Matrix or whatever show y'all said, just like that. Which means that could be the zombie apocalypse, because if they can control the nanotechnology, that nanotechnology controls your body when they flip the switch on. You say, oh my God, there was a dude in my hometown that kept going into the doctor saying a frog was in his throat. Like on the Witches of Salem? And that man couldn't talk until she would let that throat come out. I mean, that frog come out his mouth, then she would shove it back down in there, and it seemed like he was out of his mind, but he was in his right mind whenever the frog wasn't in his throat. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. My other granny had an EMF machine in her back. I believe they turned her off. That's how she expired. I believe it, Riz. I believe it. And I wasn't putting the swab up my nose. I would rub it around the tip of my nostril. Yeah, I believe it, Pumpkin. I believe that's how we have to turn on these zombies too. I think in 3-body problem they called it the human bugs. Interesting. My grandson picked up a book at the library and it came out in 2016 talking about nanotechnology exposed a lot. Oh, I believe it. It's nothing new. Nanotechnology is not new. Don't y'all remember they said they was putting nanotechnology in y'all sodas? Y'all, Coke, I think, put nanotechnology in your soda. Remember? That was just like last year or the year before. I don't know, Kaya, I don't know. There aren't any. Yeah, yeah. Now you understand why God says you need to pray before you eat anything, drink anything. You need to pray. You said I could just keep thinking of the Marvel movies Venom, right? Right? And there's a problem why Coke never tastes the same. Uh-huh. Yeah. How, I mean, just looking at this kind of stuff, what does that make you feel? Trying to give it to everyone one way or another. Uh-huh. And this is why God tell us pray before you eat or drink anything. You need to pray, ask God to bless it, because we're literally going through what Daniel and them went through when they was in them other people's place. You know, I was watching mud fossils on the statues, and there were giants, and I tried to find the book in your previous videos. On the name. Stay at home, mom. Girl, I don't know which book it's in just right now. I showed it. Whichever one it was, it's probably Old Testament. It's probably this one, but I don't know. It's one of these. I don't know exactly where. It's probably this one. It's probably that one because that one is in here, but I was reading over the weekend. So I don't know. It's probably that one, though. You're welcome. You are welcome. You said, and I just seen a video of Yiddish men putting their sins into chickens, killing the chickens, and then giving the chickens to poor families. Ew! Ew! They so nasty. I'm so sick of them. The fake Jewish people. We can see y'all. We can see y'all, fake Jewish people. We can see y'all. They so trifling. Everything that they do is horrible, and that's sad. Everything. They the same people that believe in the you can sleep with a child up until 3 years in one day. Talking about they tears from them being assaulted make them a virgin again. They are sick people. Ugh. Trifling. Let me go get my tea. They so trifling. Ugh. That's why they the devil's people, though. That's exactly why they are the devil's people. y'all. Y'all be telling me I can reuse them tea bags twice, and every time I do, one of them bust open. I don't like that. Ugh. I won't be reusing them no more. Not surprised they're doing it now. Listen. Yeah. I know, girl. They gross. And everybody just, that's why they don't want you talking against them. The devil, you ain't going to be able to say nothing against the devil and his people right now. Nothing. Give me a second, y'all. Because I done made that dang tea. And now I got to find my strainer so I can strain it. Because I don't like the little bits in my tea. I don't like that. I do not like that. You said you could have put the tea bags in your cheesecloths or diffuser if you're gonna reuse them. Auntie, I won't be reusing them no more. I'm gonna just go back to what I know. Cause I just made that cup of tea, and then I put them in. That's too much. I'm just not gonna reuse them. For all my life until I met y'all, I just threw them away. And now it'd be a whole. I can't. I'm just gonna not reuse them. I can't. I'll use them for the garden or something, but not to drink. It don't matter what kind of tea it was. They all do the same thing. Blueberry, it don't matter. I don't like that. I won't be doing it. It's too much because I be needing to come back and go and do. So, and I already don't drink that much tea as it is anyway. I can't. As soon as I get that chunky stuff, y'all know I'm a texture person. It don't even matter. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, buddy. They bust open every single time. The bag bust open. I can't. And I didn't even mix it around that much or nothing. But I don't want it. That's you with cornbread. What you talking about, Vonda? Cornbread? I can eat cornbread 3 days old and with some butter on it in the oven. What you mean? Huh? Oh. Girl, I don't know. I like cornbread. Yeah, I'm gonna do something with it. Anyway, so it's one more video I want to show y'all. And I know a lot of this y'all know already, but let's see. Ugh. Y'all see that the little boo-boos got cameras in them? How many of y'all bought those for y'all grandkids and kids? They got cameras in them. Y'all seen that? Huh? And and then did it. I'll put it right in that blender and grind it up. Sure will. Yeah. You saw it yesterday? Yeah. They got cameras in them, y'all. In real life. Look. Hold on. Why is it not making no noise?
The world order is shifting.
Now he gonna take all day going through all of them. Just cut them open. Hold on. Here we go. They sure do. So think about the updated Furbies. Come on. And does that make y'all think about the movie? I mean, not the movie, the book we read. The Gates of Hell. Remember when the animal was talking to the kids, telling them to kill their mama and kill their brother and hurt themselves? He said the kids been telling their parents about them things. See, I didn't even know. Because if it's a camera, it's a microphone. Hello. And think about this. Could that be how they're getting a lot of C sound? You said that's when you had the parents read it and go through the toys. Yes, ma'am. And looky, sister. Looky. Just like the video they was pushing those types of videos on kids on YouTube. But think about it. That's an easy way. Because why would there be a camera in there? Because that camera can see through that skin of that animal. So kids take their toys in the tub with sit them in the tub. They can watch your kids sleep. They can watch you. Hello? Because why would they put a camera in there if they can't see through it? See through the fluff? Huh? Okay. Right. Huh? That's what the craze was for? My aunt-in-law was trying to go back and forth with me about those toys. All because I said they were demonic. They are. They are. Most of the stuff out is. And you can tell by the names. Look. This the crazy thing. The tinfoil hat people is winning. So many people spent hundreds of dollars trying to get one particular Labubu, setting themselves up for the F up. While paying for it. This part, auntie. This part. I'm going to make me a tinfoil hat. And I'm going to just put it on. Because everything that we talked about over here, we ain't crazy. It ain't one thing that we ain't talked about that ain't came up. The hybrids. That all the people in Disney worship the devil. That they picked those names specifically. The eyes in the back. We did all of this in my Red Man voice. I be there and will. And will. Huh? It ain't one thing we talked about over here, y'all, that ain't in the news right now. One way or another. You said it's about Tom Show family. You said people apologizing to me lately. Oh, your family keeps apologizing. Listen, that part. You said facts. I'll be right over for my fitting. I'm trying to tell you. I'm about to get my little hat. I'm about to get. I got a hat in there. I might just do it in fall. I already got a hat. I'm gonna make me a cap, and then I'm gonna make me a cowboy one for just in case. You said I'm not so crazy now, huh? No, you're not. I said, woo, baby, we can't even get on here. I told my husband I'm just gonna wear a tinfoil hat. He said no, it's too expensive. Hilarious. Hilarious. I'm just saying. Remember I said we crazy until we not. He said, make it a tiny tinfoil hat to symbolize not a real issue. Huh? What? No, I'm not gonna make no tiny one. It's gonna be real big because it is a big issue. I want folks to see it because I've been called crazy forever. So you'll wish you had one, right? Right. You wish you were over on the crazy side of things. Too late. Stay over there on the not crazy side. Go ahead. It's fine. We don't want you over here anymore. Nope. Because see, we don't know if you're really crazy or not. You hear me? Yeah. Meaning, okay. You said my cousin stopped talking to me for 2 years. Now she back like, oh, you was right. I told you they was going to come back. I told you. You said me putting out the materials to start my sketch, to start pulling out the, come on. When I was younger, I remember making a tinfoil hat. He said it used to be a joke. Now it's a real thing. That part. He said I need a whole box of tinfoil. This head big. This part, auntie, you know I got to fit it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make me a hat. I am. Because what the heck? Can y'all name one thing that we talked about over here that we haven't seen on the international news, worldwide news, nothing? It's everything. Everything that folks was telling us we was crazy for watching or crazy for studying or crazy for looking into. Mainly the hybrids. I think I got called most crazy about the gene editing stuff. About these beings being real and all of that. That's mostly what I got called crazy for. Not a darn thing, auntie. Come on. Yeah, the crazy people. Yeah, we're the crazy community. Sure is. Hello. But we wasn't crazy though. We was right. Yeah. God was telling us what to look for in the news, what to look for in the food, what to look for in people and everything. Talking about who you ain't gonna be able to answer the door. So if they gonna use people to stop their cars and act like they, what's the name, and these are stick, what you think they gonna do? They gonna be using the little white lady to come up to your house and say, oh my God, my kids are down there, can you help me? No, slam. If I even open the door. What do you need? Well, I need help. Well, call the police, honey. Can you walk to a gas station? No, I need help right now. I'm sorry. No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. Yes. Listen, that's true. You said you got alienated for this. How many of y'all have family members and stuff that was like not answer? I told y'all, not answering y'all phone calls. I told y'all it was coming. I'm getting, hey, what's the name of that movie from the 70s you were talking about? Not they want to go watch Thief in the Night. I don't clip which one, girl. It was a lot of movies I watched in the 70s. Listen. You're exiled right now? Yeah. Interesting. You said, yeah, they're calling me now. I don't even answer the phone. Auntie? Oh, yes. Left Behind didn't come out in the 70s, honey. It came out in the 20s. The 99s. Yeah. You said I'm getting the, what did you say I needed for my kids? Finally start. Oh, wait, you said, oh, wait. You said I'm getting the, what did you say I needed? My kids finally starting to come around. So I'm going to start. Oh. being betrayed on both sides. Hello. By your friends and your family, by your co-workers and the people on your social media. So pat yourself on the back for both sides for listening. Because warning comes before destruction, does it not? You said, or they said, how did you say you made that? Oh. Mm-hmm. So Auntie is getting what's the name of that movie from the 70s? Folks is getting, what did you say I need for my kids? How did you make that? What are you using? Where do I go get my seeds? Look, Auntie, what did you say when they asked you about the movie? I know you're so sweet. You probably told them. I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I be like, which one? What you talking about? The way y'all have made me feel around here. I'm like, you mean the trilogy of terror? Oh, okay. Okay. Auntie, right. Which one? What did you talk about? Huh? So you like me. We family. Because I'd be like, which one? I watch so many movies, I don't know. It might not even be available anymore. I don't know. Which one? Go ahead and spell it on out. Because what you ain't about to do. You said, I didn't believe you could make it so simple. Till I told my daughter. And she said she'd seen it on YouTube. Listen. She said, I gotta go. Mine say nothing going to happen. They can't do that to us. Now they saying I need to get some supplies like you. Roll your eyes real hard, Auntie Lady. What people fail to realize, it sounds crazy, but it's true, and it's in our faces. What's the lady's name that be yelling? That's what they say. And show do be talking loud. Don't need no microphone. Don't. No. Y'all can hear me from the kitchen. And can. What? Girl, the comments I've been getting had me on the floor. I know you be tickled. We had a tornado Saturday night. My daughter said, Mom, I'm glad you bought all that stuff. They coming around, Niqua. They coming around. See, some people don't see it until it's right in their face, right here, on their forehead. Tap dancing on their forehead like that. Listen, the truth is stranger than fiction. Now they believe. I just told Mari, I got to get my bedroom together. Auntie, listen. It's a real thing. Do you hear me? It's a real thing. You said laugh out loud. Just did, and I was in the kitchen getting a cup of coffee. I know my sister be saying why she got that TV tablet on full blast. Don't blast it. Just leave it. Because guess what? The crazy thing is this. I would rather be on the crazy side and be prepared than be like a lot of people right now. And now they're scurrying. And stuff is so freaking expensive now. Stuff that costs us $20, $30, they want over $100 and something, sometimes more than that for that stuff. That's ridiculous. Even lumber. It's looking like a defunct library. Auntie, listen. Yeah. So expensive. Even the regular grocery store. But we talked about it. That's why we start storing up our food early. I need to hear everything going on or coming out of your mouth. Listen. You said my daughter's baby daddy's sister was at their house Saturday. My son and I were making sure the ways were on the same. She excited and said I need one. She was the what? What's she talking about? I have, yes, my power station that I bought in 2022 cost me $400. Now today is $1,000. That's to my daddy. That is to my daddy because he don't. I told y'all he don't lie to me. He gonna tell me, and I might be scared. I might be scared at first, and I might freak out for a minute, but then I gotta get my plan going. Hello, because my dad, he don't lie. He tells us what's gonna happen, and that is the sad thing about all these folks talking about. Oh, I know I hear from God. Do you? Because why he didn't tell you to get ready? Why you still out here buying stuff that ain't gonna help you, that's gonna actually make you have to go take the mark of the beast? Oh, I just sell this stuff. It ain't gonna be no money. They already turning people money. Like, what is wrong with you? Are you crazy? Who you gonna sell it to? Who gonna need an $80,000 bag and ain't no food in the store? Huh? You said you got me dancing the Mexican dance over here. Listen, God, man, look. Because they don't know his voice. This is why I say we gonna be the Josephs. Boo boo the fool. Come on. I mean, do you believe the word or not? Is my question. I was picking up stuff around my front door. Why did I find oil lamps and oil? Come on, auntie. Come on. Come on. Come on. We need them. We're going to have to be walking out here like the slaves in a minute. Listen, in real life, God know what he doing. My kids, 2 ways. We're on the same station. Okay, now my kids are interested. But when I talked about it, they ignore me. They had to hear it from someone else. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what you were saying. All right. My niece just got an $800 wig and asked me to go half on her kid's gas mask. Girl! Did you laugh with your hair all the way back like this? Oh, go. No. Girl, you better go sell that wig. See, that's probably, never mind. Don't listen to me. I wish a nigga would, baby. You just spent $800. Hello? Hello? Is you there? Girl, you better laugh with your mouth all the way. Oh, you are funny. Is that a joke? Show all the teeth you got and don't got. Hello. Gums, everything. I wish I would. $800 on a wig, and you expect me to make... You weren't worried about... Tell them to use your wig cap to breathe. Girl. You said I would have told them the same thing. Yesterday. No, maybe that's why God don't let nobody call me. Because, baby, I wish you would. I would throw my whole... baby, my head would be on the back of my thing laughing. Is you crazy? No. $800. You could have bought you a small generator, baby. Look, auntie, you said something about the oil lamps, and here go my wicks that I done had. 3 different sizes. You hear me? They been in here since I showed that one. We buying stuff like this, and you buying bundles? Baby, please. You said I need to have a yard sale. I have boxes of stuff that I'm not going to need that are still boxed up from my old apartment, 4 years in this house. Auntie, go on and get it gone while you can. You got me coughing from laughing. Saying this, because this mouth of my girl. She said I be doing too much. It's not that serious, and that's why I won't be going in half on your kids. Nothing. Because I'm doing too much. And, girl, y'all trying to get me in trouble. I need my teeth that I got. Thank you. I'm not saying nothing else about it. Yeah, they going through life with no car, no cares. Yeah. $800? I wish a nigga would. I look at my kids crazy if they spend $50 on something that they didn't need. Don't ask me for nothing. What'd you do with your money? What? Girl, please. Oh, okay. Well, so is them gas masks then. I'll be right back. Girl, I can't deal with no crazy people. I don't even be... Listen. It's my block list so long, you couldn't even ask me if you wanted to. sorry, y'all. That tea is doing its job. You heard me? Hold on. So, I want to say this. There was something I read this weekend in one of these books. I have it marked in there. It's in the bathroom. But y'all want to hear something crazy? So, who remembers us talking about the fact that Jesus has always been around? And I think I found the secret as to why. Well, we talked about it, but then I found it in our new books that Joy sent. So remember we talked about Jesus always being here? Why is it in these? It's not in this one. It's in the other one that's in my bathroom. I was reading and I can't remember which book. I'm going to find it. I did mark it. But it was saying that Jesus was talking to Adam. I said, this is why they didn't want these books in there. And another thing. We talked about this. You saw it? You saw it? High five. Wasn't he here? So you saw the part about why them Satanists be eating flesh too, didn't you? Because it's all in the same book. Which makes even more sense. You seen it? Manna, which is probably why God got so mad. Listen, it's so crazy because, here we go. In this book, now, of course, I just got them, so there's more research that I need to do. It says that God told Jesus, or Jesus, whichever it was, basically, take something out of your side, right? And give it to Adam. Crystal, you didn't just hear me say it's in one of them and it's in my bathroom? You didn't hear me say that part. You might have missed that. It's not in this one. It's in the one in my bathroom. And that means I'm not going back in there to get it. Oh, okay. All right. It's in my bathroom. So, it's in there. I'll show it to y'all. I just want to tell you about it right now. But basically, Jesus was about to take a part of his flesh and give it to Adam to sow into the ground or something like that. And God said, no, don't do that. Here. And God took a piece of himself and wrapped a wheat berry. Okay? For Adam to sow into the ground so that we could all eat. Okay? Now listen to this. This is probably why God got mad when they didn't want the manna. He said, I'm literally giving you the bread of life, the bread of heaven, a piece of meat to eat. Huh? And this is why the Satanists eat flesh and drink blood. See, we was thinking, oh, whatever. No, it's bigger. But this is also probably why God was pissed off, because they was complaining and didn't even know they was literally taking part in the literal bread of life. Mess me up. Did. I said, oh. How many of y'all got wheat berries? Maybe this is why they keep trying to genetically change the wheat. Huh? You said I read it, God snatched my hair follicles. Come on. Come on. You said what? You said, huh? What? They were literally getting a piece of God. Makes sense considering everything that Satan does is the opposite of what God does. Exactly. Mind blowing. Yes. Yes. You said yes, ma'am. And listen, listen, listen. You said it's the same side that Jesus gave Adam, and Jesus got crucified on the same side where he got pierced. Exactly. It is. It is. You don't think that's crazy? Huh? They are mind blowing. And when you can put the rest of the pieces together, everything starts to make more sense. Anything to corrupt what Dad put on this earth for us. Auntie. And it shows over and over and over and over again. If we had these books in the beginning, when we first started reading the Bible as children, we would not be so confused, and we would understand. You hear me? We wouldn't be confused. We wouldn't probably have done half of the stuff. Listen, yes. You said all natural oregano is supposed to get rid of all the parasites. Interesting. Okay. You said, man, we wouldn't have done half the stuff we did, right, Auntie? Right. Right. Yeah. We would understand God that much more. And so I had a conversation with my son or somebody, I don't know who I was talking to this weekend. And I was like, you know, when you said my life would have been so different, Auntie, mine too. I'm telling you. If I wouldn't have listened to them people, because I told y'all, my ex-boyfriend from 2009, yeah, kept trying to tell me about the book of Adam and Eve. And I was like, I'm not listening to that. 3 years later, I was reading it. Yeah. Yeah. It's a real thing. You hear me? It's I don't It kind of makes you angry because again, a lot of the pastors and stuff that went to school, went to seminary school, theology school, went to school for theology, they read all this stuff, y'all. And y'all don't why didn't they think it was important? Our lives could have been very different had they have went and found the food that we needed. You hear me? You said, yes, ma'am, I would have been walking upright. Come on. At least had better knowledge about why and how and when. You hear me? We could have made different decisions if we had the information. But I hate to say it, these lazy pastors. You said you was reading street books. That's all right. You hear me? They the ones keep telling people, this all you need, this all you need, this all you need. No, it ain't. You said God is in everything. We just got to seek him in it. This part. But I'm just thinking, where would my life have been at 18 if I had access to these books? At 21. You said Jesus and Jesus. I wouldn't have been on 20 medications dealing with 6 different personalities. Come on, Auntie. I get so angry sometimes. You're not angry, irritated. Because it's like I suffered so long in my walk with Christ, not understanding and not, like, and you had access to the answers, but because you wouldn't get no more money from the state, you wouldn't give me the answers that I needed. Think about the people, like you said, that are sick. And they don't know that their kidney is failing because they hateful or whatever else it is. But you don't want to go looking into that. And I asked a question the other day. I think I asked my son. I said, and I think I asked y'all too, if the same people that will preach about Enoch being translated tell you that when you read the book of Enoch, you're reading devil witchcraft, what are they saying? The same people that, ooh, honey, God translated Enoch is the same people that'll tell you reading the book of Enoch is witchcraft. make sense to you? I think I did ask y'all too, and I said that don't make no. How is it that you will preach about him being translated because he was so close to God, but then you will tell people not to read the books because it's witchcraft? Y'all don't. That don't even make no sense. So you will preach that him and Elijah was translated, but when it come down to reading how he got to be able to do that, that's witchcraft? Make it make sense. Think about how many people don't believe in what's happening right now, and they just going to church, getting dressed up, looking like Christians, and they have no idea of what is happening right now. You said, and he walked with God. Why would you not want to know this part, auntie? Make it make sense. It make you angry. They don't want people to know the truth, right? Right, deceived. Do you see now why the Bible said even the very elect might be deceived? He said they only wanted us 3 books that will keep us in a box. You said that. Said you want to learn from me, come know my mysteries. That part. Mm-hmm. Yep. I asked that very question and got crickets in response, so I stopped asking. Oh, they don't never have nothing to say about that, do they? It's like all the stuff that apply to them, they don't want to talk about it. What's sad is these kids go to school, Catholic school, and are told that reading outside of the 66 is an abomination. Auntie, I didn't go to Catholic school, but the churches I went to, they told us the same thing. They said you will go to hell if you read outside of the 66. But I started realizing that can't be the truth when you telling me to buy Juanita Bynum, T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, and that other white lady that my mom used to, Joyce Myers. That's outside the Bible. And these people ain't even 100 years old. You hear me? So I can't read outside the Bible, but you will send me to college so you can talk about how I'm a lawyer and that ain't in the Bible. Those laws are not in the Bible. Those statutes are not in the Bible. They don't even make sense. The pastor at the church said, you only have to worry about the 66. I was so done with him. Listen, and the Bible tells us to find the books that have been taken out like Jasher. Come on. And I think that's why the punishment for these leaders is going to be so crazy. My sister went to Catholic school and told me the same thing. Ooh. I told an author promoting their book the same thing, still got crickets. Ooh. Guess what my Sonny, oh, we talked about it already. I told y'all that man said, what's his name? Is about to redo the Passion of Christ. And he gonna put the books from the Ethiopian Bible in there. I said, that's gonna be good. Mel Gibson, he redoing it. I think I told y'all. He redoing it. And he gonna use all the books that we read. I said, ooh, that's about to be good. You said we have a Bible school here in Baton Rouge. Every time I pass by, they ask me about the Bible. I said, you know the Bible books of that they took out. You said, yeah, I mean, yes. Yes, I'm looking forward to it too. TT, I'm so very thankful for you and all you've been through. Your heavenly riches will be a sight to see. Your steadfastness has brought us all to glory with you. I pray. Girl, I hope he let me in. I don't know. I don't know if he gonna let me in. Let's hope it doesn't take him 3 years to make it right. Hopefully he already been on it, auntie. He probably, because they try to stop him, maybe he already been making it and ain't saying nothing to nobody. It's gonna be good. Can't wait to see it right. You said, I'm glad my mother couldn't send me to Catholic school because she couldn't afford it. because the other two siblings was going. Listen, you said Jim Cassaville will play Christ again too. I read. Okay. Yes, and he stated that he was not going to use Hollywood funding. Right. Yes. Yes. I'm excited about it. Do you hear me? I said, well, go on and do what you're going to do, Dad. Go on and do what you're going to do. Hold on. Okay. It's a few things I found since I ain't talked to y'all. Oh, what about this?
Human meat. Five Guys is what is inside your burgers. It's true, isn't it? It's absolutely shocking. Yes, when you go in here, you're eating five different guys. Maybe kids, little girls, little boys, but they just give it Five Guys. Five is your S, which is 5, which is MASON. They're the ones giving you Masonic fucking food.
Y'all know that? They have turned the old Catholic school near me into a Jesuit school, K through 12. Auntie. Five Guys. They be playing in everybody. Yeah. I said, oh, they be playing in our face. You hear me? They said Five Guys. They been saying that. You said, I'm so tired of them messing around. That's why I told you I grind my own meat, baby. I ain't got time to be playing with them people. I need to know what's in there. Who remembers us? It looks like the whole university. Oh, auntie. You know what they about to do in there. I would be trying to tell people. And the burger was $15. I eat they fries. My ex-husband used to go get them burgers all the time. Y'all know I really don't eat beef, so I really now it makes sense as to why their stuff is always fresh. You know, I went in there to Five Guys with my kids and walked right out. Didn't really know why. Interesting. Okay, one other thing. Who remembers just talking about the homeless stuff? Remember we did research on how many states it's illegal to be homeless and all of that kind of stuff. Y'all remember that? Who remembers? Y'all remember? Listen. And this is happening in a lot of places. Okay. Just listen to this.
Mississippi City Council unanimously, damn near, voted that if you drop off a homeless person in the city, you will be fined $1,000. One city councilman wanted to make the fine not $1,000, but $100,000. Even though Jackson, Mississippi is a large metropolitan area with hospitals and homeless services, if you are caught dropping off a homeless person, picking them up in your vehicle, and dropping them off for services, you will be fined. You will be fined in the city of Jackson, in the state of Mississippi, for helping the homeless. The city council voted to fine citizens for helping the homeless.
You heard that? Did we talk about it? We talked about all of this. You ain't gonna be you not no. Hello? It's against the law to be homeless. They not gonna help the homeless. We talked about it. And it's happening. Sure it is. You know why? You know what that's starting, right? Y'all know what that's starting. You're not gonna be able to help the people that don't have the mark. You're not gonna be able to get them food. Hello. Because a lot of the people, right, is gonna be without services. If you don't take the mark, it's a lot of stuff you're not gonna be able to get. So you won't be able to help anybody that doesn't have the mark get anything. They lining it up. They lining it up. They are lining it up. I said, oh, okay. So we got some more here that I want to share with y'all. I said, I also went back through my pictures, right? I want to show y'all this. So it should show the date here. Oh, okay. What's the date on that picture? Y'all see it? Y'all see the date? Huh? February 14, 2018. Guess what y'all girl was talking about? Hygiene things, emergency buckets. Emergency buckets. What you need to have in there. Useful stuff. AM, FM radio, whistle, lanyard, sewing kit with extra safety pins, blank notebook, 2 pencils, batteries, zip ties, can openers, black trash bag, dust mask, duct tape, tarp, paracord, safety goggles, split leather gloves, digital thermometer, cotton balls, all of this stuff on this list. 2018, right? It was so many things. And then this is what I was looking at in 2018, y'all. The ration books. Okay. How to shop with a war ration book too. To buy canned, bottled, and frozen fruits and vegetables, dried fruits, juices, and all canned soups. Mm-hmm. Now, what did I tell y'all they doing in Cuba? Remember, I told y'all people is using these ration books right now in Cuba. Y'all know that, right? In Cuba, they're using the ration books right now for bread and stuff. Hello. Remember, I told y'all I couldn't find the video, but I know I had something on my phone about Russia turning the lights off, and they were saying they don't even have to come over here to shut down our infrastructure. Look, what date I was looking at that. I know y'all think I be playing. I went back and found all my screenshots over the weekend. March 18, 2018, it said, Russia to U.S., we can turn the lights off. And I watched this whole movie thing. You see it? Russia to U.S., we can turn the lights off. That was March 18, 2018. They said we don't need to even come over there. We got all the business we need. This was in 2018. We almost 10 years out from this because we in 2026. Huh? Oh, okay. What about this one? March 18th, 2018. March 18th, 2018. Russians vote as Vladimir Putin seeks tighter grip on power. Huh? This was 2018. Huh? What he been doing? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. March 18, 2018. Xi Jinping is making sweeping changes to how China is run. When I tell y'all, I've been on it. At 7:41 a.m., March 18, 2018, this is what your girl was looking at. Hello. Give me 1 second. A movie called 0 Days. And a movie called A Nuclear Explosion, April 16th, 2018. So, I don't know about that. What about this? Hold on. The war of words ahead of the G7 summit 2018. A lot of the stuff that we're seeing now, you see, June 8th, 2018, Trump and Kim, the meeting the world's been waiting for. Oh, Trump's summit with North Korea's leader represents an opening awaited for 70 years and a massive risk. This was June 11th, 2018. This is before 2020, y'all. You see that? So everything that's happening now was planned at this time. Homeland Security experts, this was June 12th, 2018. Homeland Security experts warn it's only a matter of time before hackers hit commercial airlines. What happened in the last 4 years? Did this not happen in the last 4 years? Where everybody was in the last 3? Huh? June 12th, 2018. Folks was stuck in places, overseas, in airports. Hello? Because what? Oh, what about this? Look at the date. June 13th, 2018. June 13th, 2018. What's this say there? The President of the United States is reportedly considering construction of a prison camp to hold up to 5,000 children. Exclusive. Trump looking to erect tent cities to house unaccompanied children. You mean like right now? This is from 2018. It sounds like it's from today, though, don't it? Huh? So was this in the plan already? Now we know why he wanted unaccompanied children, because he wanted access for him and his homeboy to them babies. This is June 13th, 2018. And I'm grateful that God had me screenshot this stuff, because look at what's going on in 2026, almost 10 years later. They need access to them kids. I said, God, you had me. June 27, 2018, the California Assembly has passed a bill, Assembly Bill 2943, which will ban the sale of the Bible. Yes, you read that exactly right. The sale of the Bible is about to be made illegal in the state of California, and the vote wasn't even close. The bill passed 50 to 18. It heads to the Senate next, where it will certainly be approved, and then to Governor Jerry Brown's desk, where he is certain to sign it. This was in June of 2018. The bill would make it illegal to engage in a transaction intended to result or that results in the sale or lease of goods or services to any consumer that advertises an offer to engage in or do blank 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 blank. So they're trying to basically make it illegal. And this was in 2018, so it's probably a law that's been on the books, but they're not going to enforce it until the Antichrist comes out. You might want to check your state and see if they made it illegal for you all to not have a Bible as well, because this was in 2018. Okay. You see it? You see it? I'm going to read it, because I know y'all think I'm crazy. Starting January 22nd, 2018, passengers who have a driver's license issued by a state that is not yet compliant with Real ID 2018, and that has not received an extension will need to show an alternative form of acceptable identification for domestic, not international, domestic air travel. Please see TSA's website for a list of acceptable forms of identification. Passengers who have licenses issued by a state that is compliant or that has an extension to become compliant with Real ID requirements may continue to use their licenses as usual. For a list of states already in compliance or with an extension, visit DHS's Real ID webpage. DHS continually updates this list as more states come into compliance or obtain extensions. What's happening right now at our TSA checkpoints? This. And it's from August 14, 2018. So I be looking at my family and people I know crazy when I be trying to tell them, y'all think I'm just talking about this because it's everywhere on TikTok and stuff. I've been on this, because these are the things that God had me paying attention to in the last 10, 12, 15 years. Hello. I'm not just talking about it because this is proof. This is a screenshot from August 2018. Hello. So you don't have to believe that it's happening, but this is how they've been able to get away with everything, because nobody looking and reading and everybody just want to be talking about what everybody else is talking about. Real ID allows compliant states to issue driver's licenses and identification cards where the identity of the applicant cannot be assured or for whom lawful presence is not determined. In fact, some states currently issue such non-compliant cards to undocumented individuals. These cards must clearly state on their face and in the machine-readable zones. Oh, okay. That it is not acceptable for official purposes and must use a unique design or color to differentiate from the compliant cards. DHS cautions against assuming that possession of a non-compliant card indicates that the holder is an undocumented individual, given that several states still issue non-compliant licenses for reasons unrelated to lawful processes. So is all of this that's going on with the passports and the ID and all of that stuff, is it just coming out of nowhere? Oh, it's been in the plan the whole time. Citizens and undocumented 18 now. Look at it. This is all in our news right now, is it not, family? Who's documented and undocumented? I don't know, Diana. Huh? So how is it that everybody is so surprised and all of this information has been out for over 10 years? Huh? Folks been asleep. And they just been passing laws and putting things into place this whole time where everybody was popping out and they didn't believe and wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to tell you. So that's all I'm gonna say, right? I've been going back through my journals and stuff trying to see, because I know God gave me some information, and it's every time I go through my like Google Photos, it's all there, y'all. And I'm mind blown how what he was telling me in 2017, 2018, 2016, 2014 is now on our news, and it's not speculation. It is really happening. All of it. All the stuff he kept telling me to pay attention to. I don't care if it's the food, the genetics, everything. And people was calling me crazy back then in 2014 when I was like, y'all, we need to open our eyes. Folks said I was in a reprobate mind when I was posting all of that information on other social media sites. And look, 8 years later, all of it is happening. Whether it be the concentration camps for the kids, the people wanting access to the kids that are unaccompanied because they plan to hurt them. All of this. So yeah, I'm going to make me a full hat. I'm going to make me a full hat, baby, because, well, here we are. What y'all think? Everything is just going to plan. None of this is new. And people are outraged about it, but they've been telling you the whole time what they was going to do. The government act like CERCA. I told y'all, I tell people, I'm going to tell you everything I'm going to do to you. It's up to you to pay attention. I'm going to tell you everything before I do it. Oh, I'm like, they're going to take the meat suits off and reveal themselves next. Yeah, I see a lot. Paying attention now. I'm trying to tell you. Do you hear me? Are you crazy? No. You just knew before most people. And that's why they called you crazy. Because they didn't know. And people used to get mad at me on here when I would say that. And I said, listen, God does not lie to me. If he wants me to pay attention to something, it's because it's going to affect my life. Do you believe that now? That he will tell you the scary stuff ahead of time so that you can be prepared. We are not scared. We are prepared. And people get, oh, y'all scared. Y'all scared. Well, look like the world's scared now. Because guess what else happened over the weekend that y'all probably saw? One last thing.
War 3 status update. We are officially going to war with Iran. Right now, the military is preparing for a massive operation that officials say will be our largest ever attack on Iran. They've already announced that they will retaliate, which greatly increases the risk of a regional conflict, according to experts. Of course, I had to check the Pentagon Pizza Index, and it is definitely spiking. 2 anonymous U.S. officials confirmed this information with Reuters just hours after the Pentagon announced that we're sending 1,000 additional troops and more weapons to Iran, including missiles,
and a second aircraft carrier. They also said that this operation wouldn't just target nuclear facilities, but state and security facilities as well. Trump himself has said this attack will be, quote, very traumatic, and that he wants to instill fear in Iran. This is still developing, so make sure to follow me for more updates.
Huh? You said what? We shouldn't have been studying about ancient Iran. It wasn't useful for the information of what was going on with salvation. No. This is what was aligning with the planets, the Saturn and Aries, Saturn, Kronos, Aries, and the God of War, the 7 stars and stuff that was supposed to line up like in the end of days. And then all hell was gonna break loose. Didn't it say though? Hear me now. You're right. It says that there was gonna be peace, and then all hell was gonna break loose. This is why they not saying nothing. Putin in Russia is gonna enter. Watch. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, give me a second. We getting there. Hold on. Is this the one? Hold on. Is this it?
Minneapolis, and this is the update.
Oh no, that's not it. Hold on. I think this is it.
The annexation of the land without me.
We've just come through an Israeli military checkpoint right in the middle of Hebron to speak to Palestinian activist Issa Amro. He lives here in the part of the city where Jewish settlers live side by side with Palestinian residents. The atmosphere is tense. Any change in the delicate balance of powers here could lead to real friction. Israel has said it'll start providing municipal services here and allow Israeli citizens to buy Palestinian property right across the occupied West Bank. Outside Issa's house, a Jewish couple is picnicking. Inside, a plaque for Palestine. Through the window, a vast Israeli flag.
They were expanding a lot without any legal basis. Now they are the law, and they are changing the status from occupied territories to legal dispute. That it's part of Israel now without any rights to me.
Israel has also said it will expand its control over so-called heritage sites across the West Bank and will take over planning at 2 key religious sites used by different faiths.
Judea and Samaria is the Jewish homeland of the people of Israel, and I expect there to be full Israeli sovereignty here. But in the meantime, we can at least supervise. So there will be no environmental harm, and we won't harm the heritage of the people of Israel, even if it's in Palestinian-run areas.
Israeli.
Who remembers us talking about eminent domain? That's what they pulling over there. Hello. They over there, they saying, oh, we're not going to take their houses. We're not going to, lies. Mind blown. Yes, I believe it, and so thankful to truly have real knowledge. Thank you for feeding my soul in truth. You're welcome. The ICE was here in my area trying to interrupt services at their Kingdom Hall, and the police was called because they refused to leave. Oh, they crazy messing with the Kingdom Hall people. They don't know they in with the judges. They are the judges in the police. The fraternal order of the police and stuff. They just be so crazy. They don't even know the ranks of the rules, do they? Do they know that folks being Masonic, they don't even be going to jail? I know some folks. The judges pull up to the head. Listen, they is crazy. Here we go. Trying to tell you what.
Executive order should scare everybody. His new executive order makes it legal to be institutionalized if you are determined.
Hold on. You said, I'm so glad I got to see the Holy Land when I was able to. Thank you, Dad. I'm trying to tell you because they about to tear it up, Auntie. They about to tear it up. You hear me? The devil is... Ooh. So, y'all remember real quick on what you said. I was reading our new books the other day. Y'all remember they was in there trying to tear up Yemen? Y'all probably didn't already read it. Havila? Y'all know why, right? They got the most gold, the rarest gold, onyx, and something else over there. And from what that book says, that's about the areas that Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden at. Over there by the Pishon, or however you say that, Pion River or wherever, and all of that, where the Euphrates and everything connect. I went looking. It says Yemen, where that area is. And what they doing in Yemen right now. All the places that we read about that were actual sacred holy sites that had to do everything with Adam, the Cave of Treasures. Okay. That's where the devil's people is raiding right now. Y'all don't think that's odd? Huh? All the places where they know that there are relics from the first people, from the giants, that's where the wars are. Sudan. And remember I told y'all a lot of the giants got ran to Sudan. They know that the DNA in Sudan is Nephilim DNA. That's why they over there killing everybody. They got the same books. Hell, they got more books than we got. They have more information than we have. Every place that they are starting war and there's genocide, they need that DNA, and they also need the relics that are in those areas for whatever it is that they're about to do. Okay. Remember we talked about getting off of medicine and asking God to heal everybody from mental illness? I want y'all to see how random our classes were not. Remember when we studied? That's why they kept blocking us on TikTok. You remember? And over here. That's when they start putting them things under my classes saying misinformation, and they would block us for misinformation. Y'all remember this when we were talking about the demons and the medicine and the sickness and all of that? Look, y'all.
This latest executive order should scare everybody. His new executive order makes it legal to be institutionalized if you are determined to be mentally ill. And unsurprisingly, that is such a broad term that could apply to just about everyone. Remember how just recently there was a bill put forth to validate Trump derangement syndrome? Unsurprisingly, queer and trans people should be concerned because this administration has made it abundantly clear that they feel that trans people are mentally ill. So under this new executive order, if trans people are determined to be mentally ill, they can be forcibly institutionalized. And this is what we warned everybody about by reading Project 2025. We knew this was coming, and now it's here.
Huh? They doing it with the kids. They talking about putting the babies that have mental illness or autism in camps. Now they talking about the trans people and the queer folks. And how many women do they say postpartum distress or whatever, postpartum whatever, is a form of mental illness? Okay? That you're temporarily out of your mind, postpartum depression. And so you're not going to be able to go and tell your doctors nothing, because the doctors are working with the government and they need access to your children and to your womb so that they can bring these hybrids here, which is exactly what I told y'all they've been doing. Just like y'all saw that thing about Peter Nygaard and what's his name, Elon Musk, talking about the Sudanese women or the women over in Africa. They are able to hold their babies and produce these babies no matter what they do to them. So when folks was talking about they didn't want us, what do you mean? They've been taking the wombs. I told y'all they've been taking the wombs of black women. Well, I learned about it later, but in the 70s, I know my aunties and stuff, they took full hysterectomies. They was taking their uteruses and implanting them in white women so that white women could continue to carry their babies. Facts. That's why they want all, that's what they want, all the portals, so they can access your medical record. Good morning, Pumpkin. You heard? So all the stuff that we were studying, the reason that they kept blocking our classes is because we were on to something. God was giving us information, okay? God was giving us information. You said, says I didn't remember when I used to have seizures when I had to go to work. They said I need a doctor form saying that I can work. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Queen. You heard me. You said human life is not gonna be allowed. You said human life is not gonna be allowed to be humans. This is why they gave all the black women hysterectomies. Right. 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 Do you see it? So I don't care what class we've been looking into. Baby, it is all right now and real. To find out that the government was splitting people's personalities on purpose. But we knew that. And God told us that. And then that's why they was blocking us. Not letting us have our classes. Blocking us for a week, and we kept on talking about it and did. You heard me? And did. We kept on talking about it. Good morning. Do you feel crazy now? You said, I found the pictures I sent you of Adam's tomb where it was encased, showing the crack that occurred during the crucifixion. It's CERCA TROVA. Uh-oh, hold on, Auntie. I love y'all. Thank you. Girl, turn the flash off. Did I get it? I found the pictures I sent you of Adam's tomb where it's encased, showing the crack that occurred during the crucifixion in CERCA TROVA Books email on 11/2/2023. Okay, Auntie, I will go look that up and we'll probably put it in our next class. Thank you. I appreciate you. I really do, because you had to go, dang, you went back 3 years worth of emails? Goodness great. Thank you, Auntie. Listen, thank you. You said, me personally, I never felt crazy, but one of my dearest friends told me that's a feeling that crazy people have. Right. Yeah. I used to get the same thing. They said, crazy people don't think they're crazy. Okay. But they don't be. The crazy people always make it at the end. How about that? The crazy people always make it. What you say, Miss Farmer? You said, yes, every day I feel something I need to turn away from. Listen. Do you hear me? You feel like a crazy. I told you, I said, look, let them call you crazy. The crazy people always be ready for the stuff. Huh? And when everything pop off, the crazy people be chilling, eating, laughing all hysterically in their bunker or wherever they at, watching everybody. I'm very, very grateful for our dad and his son. Okay? I'm very grateful for Jesus, Yahweh, Yahshua, whatever you call him. Okay? Very grateful. Very grateful. Very grateful. Listen. Very grateful. Because, baby, this whole sitting in the house and getting used to being in the house and finding something to do in the house. Oh, one more thing. See if I can find it here. Hold on. What's that? Now they trying to steal our stilo, as they used to say back in the day. Hold on. I think it's this one. Oh, maybe it's this one. Hold on.
For those wondering what's going on in the Twin Cities, in Minneapolis, and in St. Paul, we are at the point where people are starting to be hidden in other people's homes.
for those wondering what's going on in the Twin Cities, in Minneapolis, and in St. Paul, we are at the point where people are starting to be hidden in other people's homes. I've been wondering when this would happen, and I was talking to someone on Friday, and they shared that they are doing this and that they know that they're not the only ones. And so I don't share this just spread more fear, but if you're waiting for the bottom.
This was 5 days ago.
To fall out, I think we're really close, and I can feel the eyes on our cities leaving, and I just share this to try to bring them back because the stakes are so high.
Girl, you talk like the Kardashians now. Come on.
A narrative that things have gone softer, that it's less hostile, that it's less dangerous. That's not...
Okay, her she's 1A violation. She talk like the Kardashians. I can't take it no more. But yeah, folks is having to hide other people in their houses. Girl, and that, oh my God, so Courtney, girl, get it out. Hurry up. If you don't hurry up and start talking. Oh, Jesus. That's why I can't watch that show. I be so irritated. I be irritated. Hurry, fast forward it. Can you hit 2 times on them so we can get through there? They all talk like they high. And not the good kind. Move it on. We can see you. It's irritating. Oh, goodness. What is it? Hurry up. What is you doing? Listen. And so, and you, hurry up. Anyway, they hide niggas in people's houses. My sister talk like that. I cannot. Listen, I can't. Drives me nuts. You hear me? Ugh. Especially that one sister. I be like this. Be quiet. Just don't say nothing. Just don't say anything. Just type it. Hurry up. But she talk like them. But y'all heard her. Treat her like she stutter and don't. Listen. I was trying to get y'all through that. I ain't gonna be able to make it. Get to the point. Right. It's too much. No, you're doing too much. You're taking too long. Please don't. Oh. Girl, I can't deal with it either. This is how my in-laws talk. Hanging out with them feels like a job interview. Girl, can you hurry up? And then write it down. Now listen. Here it is.
Epstein is talking about he wants everyone in the world to have his DNA. He didn't say I want every woman in the world to have my baby. He said I want everyone in the world to have my DNA. And he's working with and communicating with the people that are making the RNA. He's talking about utilizing that as a delivery system.
Did y'all remember the video I just showed y'all earlier? They said the mRNA is foreign. And they're using lizard, whatever, the worms and whatnot. So the video we started out with goes along with this one. Hello.
His own DNA. It's quite possible, after me reading that everyone that has gotten that Jabberwowski is walking around with Epstein's DNA in their body. If he was successful, there are millions of people walking around with some of his genetic code inside of them so that he can live on forever with everyone else. This is narcissism 10x. Epstein is talking about...
Y'all remember the video we just watched earlier? Remember? And we finding out, well, we already knew that they wasn't humans anyway. Does it make sense? And he was working with all the geneticists. I got to rewind and catch whatever you're talking about. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll play it for you. We got 6 minutes because you need to hear this right now. Don't even trip. I got you. Give me a second here. You give me one moment. Plus, this tea is doing a number on my stomach, so it's okay. I'll be right back.
Okay, ice.
Hold on, there it go.
Dr. Ariana Love is back with us again with a horrific discovery. She says that she has a patent proof that COVID PCR tests are actually not tests at all, but that they're linked with human cloning technology. They're not science fiction, are they?
It's real. The PCR kits have never been about testing for COVID, as people were told. It is about cloning. They are cloning devices. And this has been admitted to by the NIH. It's on their website in a study entitled Molecular Cloning, Polymerase Chain Reaction, an Educational Guide for Cellular Engineering. There are patents as well, and the patents do say on the PCR kits, they do say that it's cloning technology. They use that exact word. So here, this study on the NIH website, it explains everything on how the cloning works using PCR kits. So, for example, it talks about vector DNA sequences and fluorescent protein. Basically, all of the kits that are cloning devices, they're using the fluorescent protein. That comes from insects. You know, it's the firefly, the green fluorescent protein. So these are the carriers of the messenger RNA. They get cut into pieces inside the body, and that is used to transfect the human genome. The DNA carried from these microorganisms are then used to change humans. They talk about toxic genes. In some of the PCR kits, they are using toxic genes. They admit to that. And then also they talk about, okay, so what is the testing for? It's for genetic sequencing to determine how far along people are in the cloning process. And you can actually order these DNA sequences online. There's Adgene is offering them, and Thermo Scientific and Biolabs. They literally will send it to you. You order it and they send it to you via email. They're using artificial genetic sequences, right? And they have to delete certain genes in the human genome, and then they code whatever the messenger RNA is coded with, and we know all of them are coded with this green fluorescent protein.
All right, so what is the goal? What is the goal here?
They are changing the human species, attempting to genetically modify humans and treating humans like animals. In particular, the green fluorescent protein, which comes from the firefly, that means they are actually turning people into hybridized humans with insect DNA. So they are transfecting, because we know from the study out of Sweden recently that the mRNA is transfecting and transcribing through reverse transcriptase into the human genome. That means people are becoming part insect. They are going to carry then and insect DNA. So I have clients that have been riddled with parasites. And not only parasites, but also these sort of Morgellons-like hydrogels. They're also called Marcellus, and I have a study on that as well. They're laced on the PCR kit. So this is self-replicating nanotechnology, right? And these parasitic organisms are genetically modified, and they can feel them crawling under their skin. I kid you not. And these are people who never took the jab. They just had a bunch of the PCR swabs up their nose. People can go to Adgene. There is type in Adgene plasmid cloning by PCR, type in Biolabs PCR cloning method, and they're going to explain how this is being done.
So the NIH is admitting to this cloning technology.
Yes, absolutely. There's another NIH study about cross-species genomics that I want to talk a little bit about. It's entitled Targeted Genome Editing Across Species Using ZFNs and Talons. So they have entire genome sequences, it says in the study, available for numerous species. Now, we know they've already been crossbreeding humans and monkeys, humans and pigs, humans and mice in the US, in China, maybe other places, possibly Ukraine, at the US Biolabs there. I mean, this is nothing new. They have spliced animals and humans together. They're now treating humans like animals. In this particular study I just mentioned, it says they are using worms as carriers for the messenger RNA. They are transfected first with the green fluorescent protein, insect DNA, and then they are the vectors. And in particular, they are targeting the REX1 on the X chromosome for deletion. What this does, to answer your question, is it causes their offspring, if they can have children, and there's a very small percentage you can, and this is specified in the study, their offspring are mutants. That's the exact word they use.
Who's they? Who uses that word? Who says that they're mutants?
NIH.
Tony Fauci's NIH.
It's right there on the website. Yeah, absolutely. And they say, it says also that they can create a hermaphrodite sex by deleting this REX1 on the X chromosome. So they can play with the sex of people and of the next generation. They can make people completely without sex. There's one more study I wanted to mention on the NIH website. It's entitled Core Cross-Linked Fluorescent Worm-like Micelles for Glucose-Mediated Drug Delivery. These micelles are worm-like. These are the hydrogels made from graphene oxide for drug delivery that have been found on the PCR swabs, on masks, etc.
They are deleting God's creation is what they are trying to do. There's the studies right there at the NIH website. They are telling you.
And now they telling everybody to get this glucose shot to lose weight. Hello. And they're using glucose and graphene oxide or whatever to deliver these nanotechnologies into people's bodies. And this is why my kids did not get immunizations. These hybrids were in the days of Noah, and they will be here for the second coming of Christ. Auntie, God be warning us. I knew I wasn't watching X-Men recently for no reason. Girl, that's my stuff, baby. All the X-Men, honey. All of them. Okay. Okay. So, when we started our studies, we see the hermaphrodites, both people. Not right. But the scariest part is about all of that is that it sounds so outlandish that people won't believe it. Like they didn't believe this, and they laughed at you. Was here, sister, when they was laughing at me about this. And I said, there's no way that they can do this, list these things, unless they've seen it. How can you tell me the muscular structure of an elephant man, and you can do all of this, and we had to do this in biology, if you've never seen it? This is what we had to do with the pigs and the frogs. List all the muscles, the veins, the everything, the organs. I said, how, if this is made up, are they doing this? Makes no sense. Were we on the right track? Huh? Were we on the right track with our studies, family? God peeled the flesh from our eyes so that we could actually see what was going on. And it say in that book that they were a part of American Horror Story. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I said, I know y'all think I'm crazy, but I promise you all of this stuff is real. They don't put it in the movies for no reason. You said, you know, they giving the vax when you get a surgery, and if you don't tell them no. Interesting. The book is clues right in our face. Remember I told y'all the reason I ain't never got no surgery on my knee is because you had to have a COVID shot during that time. I was like, well, I guess I won't be getting my knee fixed. Still ain't been fixed, and it's almost 5 years later. I told my knee in September of 21, and it's 26, and my knee still ain't had no surgery because I ain't taking no shots. Hello. That's why I rarely even go to the doctor. I've always been that type of person who knew it was something bigger out in the universe. So once I heard you say that for the first time, I did not doubt it, sister. You said something didn't feel right the first time they kind of was holding me. It was 3 nurses. I knew I looked mean but overboard. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna say. So we don't know what we about to see. But remember I told y'all that video that I saw recently where they had that horseman, the centaur. I said, y'all, that's not fake. Also, I saw this the other day too. I said, baby, that is not AI. Look at this.
Yeah, so I just, damn, I didn't even get to say no. What the fuck is that? Look. My boy just sent me this from his dog shit. Man. I know the secret now. Get you some dog.
You see it? Let's do it again. One more time.
Yeah, so I just, damn, I didn't even get to say no. What the fuck is that? Look. My boy just sent me this from his dog shit. Man. I know the secret now. Get you some dog.
And that thing was like a dog thing. I'm gonna play it one more time. Look at that. Watch the hair on it.
Damn, I didn't even get to say no. What the fuck is that? Look. My boy just sent me this from his dog shit. Look. Man. I know the secret now. Get you some dog.
Hold on.
Yeah, so I just, damn, I didn't even get to say no. What the fuck is that? Look. My boy just sent me this from his dog shit. Man. I know the secret now. Get you some dog.
Huh? And my brother raised piss, baby. I know when they lock in, nigga, that's it. They, So I said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. You said like the stuff, across the states in the covered trucks. This. And that's why I got my 2 big hound dogs. I might have to go and grab me one. My uncle is breeding cane corsos for this very reason. Listen, I might need to get me something. I might need to get me a scruffy. If I caught that on my ring, it'd be time to move. That part. You said that's thank God for I might have to get me a scruffy, girl. I've been avoiding it, but I might have to go and get me a little scruffy, honey. I might need to. Listen, you said you want a cane corso. Some cane corsos. Me and my pit need to get on different protection training. Yes, because that stuff is starting to come out. We just said we need to get to. Listen, I'm about to give me something. I don't even want to clean up no poop or nothing, but as long as they don't come in here and chew up my boots or nothing, we'll be good. You said, I believe, look at the confessionals on the Wolfmen are government control. Right. I believe 100%. 100%. You said my little D'Artagnan won't stand a chance, girl. Look like we're going to have to get something a little bit more powerful. Listen. No scruffy. You need a scrappy. Right, auntie? Right. I need to give me a scrappy. Auntie said not a scruffy, a scrappy. Right. I know that's right, because I like big dogs. I can't have a small one. Listen, though, this the thing. I still have anxiety because I was attacked by a dog when I was young. And so we're going to have to work that out. My American bully is nothing to play with for real. Oh, I already know, girl. I told y'all my brother had a kennel. That's all he raises, pits. Girl, that's all. Pit Bull Terriers, all the breeds, all of them. That's all he do. And have my whole life. He said Scruffy is over here. Well, auntie said get you a Scrappy. We gonna have to get something. Yeah. So, last night, I watched something very disturbing. I'm sure you all have already seen it. But I watched a story about Them folks up in Utah, and when I tell you, it's disturbing. That thing looked like it looked tall and strong. I know them dogs was like, what the heck, right? And they could sense it, yeah. They've been playing gene therapy up there too. Because they're so inbred. Now, as soon as their daughter's in Utah, y'all know the people I'm talking about, a chupacabra, right? I think that was something else though. Because I didn't see a chupacabra. That looked different. Yes, it's on. Well, I know some of y'all. It's on Disney Hulu. I know some of y'all didn't got rid of it. I haven't just yet. I will be. But it's called the. It's on this iPad. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if it's gonna click y'all out or not because it's on here. Let me see something real quick. Where is it? Oh, man. How do you get back to what you watched on here? Oh, man. Continue watching. So maybe it's on Hulu. Dang it. I can't stand when they do that. I can never figure out which one I watched it at. Right. Hold on. Let me go look real quick. Because I got to find this. I know I was on Disney. Oh, man. Let me do Hulu. Let me see. Y'all, I can't find it. Why don't it show me what I already been watching? Frick. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's hot. Sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. It's got 10 parts to it. It's not Children of the Snow. It's after Children of. It popped up after Children of the Snow, but why it ain't on Snow? But why it ain't on there though? That's the crazy thing. I think it's under the banner of heaven, but I don't think that's what it was called. Yes. It's under the banner of heaven, I guess. I think it's under the banner of heaven. I think that's what it's called, under the banner of heaven. You looked everywhere for what? Children of the Snow? It's on Disney and Hulu. Children of the Snow is. And it's about Michigan. You know that, Queen? Oh, just to let you know that every place in Michigan that the TV series mentioned, I lived in every city. No way! Girl, and you see that's the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Children of the Snow it's on Disney and Hulu. But this other one is Under the Banner of Heaven, I guess. I don't think that's the name of it. Let me see. Maybe it is. I don't think that's what it's called. Oh, yeah, it is. Under the Banner of Heaven, I guess. No, this is not it. Maybe it is. There are 7 parts for Under the Banner of Heaven. I don't think that's it then. You said yes. I said that they are all connected. Like, this is so wild. My mom was a young girl at the time. Yes. Yes. Start there and maybe it'll pop the other one up. But baby, when that one had 10 parts. Well, maybe it did have 7, but I could have. Okay, maybe it did have 7. I don't know why it had the one I watched. I thought it had 10 parts. But watch that one. If it's about the dude with the cowboy hat on and he going around up there in Utah, baby, it is mind blowing. Now we know a lot of it from the LDS and that one dude that got caught. But baby, that's what I watched yesterday, and I was just like, them people got so inbred that they start making their kids go to school to be geneticists. They have so many babies that are born, and you got to think, they put a lot of money into Trump's, what's the name? You know that, right? I think it's called Under the Banner of Heaven, but I don't feel like that's what it was called. And when I just went on there, it ain't, hold on, y'all. Let me see. I literally just watched it. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why it ain't coming up. Because my continue watching it should just be right here, and it ain't. Is it The Secrets of Polygamy? It's The Secrets of Polygamy. That's what it's called. Secrets of Polygamy. It's called The Secrets of Polygamy. And it's 10 parts. The Secrets of Polygamy. Thank you, God. He let me find it. The Secrets of Polygamy. That's what it's called. It's going to blow your mind. Go on and get you some snacks and stuff, because, baby, listen. And then, who remembers a couple years ago when we saw that the dude that was cleaning the houses up in Utah, and he said, this is a sacrificial room. He was like, why is everything in here tile, and there's seats, and there's this medical bed right here? Y'all remember that? And they was like, it's a drainage for blood right here. And then it came out, when you hear them talking, if you listening to what they saying, they call it the order. The order. And they are genetically modifying their I ain't gonna tell y'all all of it. Go on in there and watch it. You remember, Joy? Now you gonna know why. Baby, I don't want to tell y'all, but I'm telling y'all, that whole series is good. Hey, Rika. That whole series. Listen, please watch it today. Please watch it today. Please watch it today. Please. We can get off here now because I got some stuff I got to do. But yeah. And you'll understand why Jeffrey Epstein was able to move the way that he was. Why that man is able, all of the Girl, just watch. And baby, I'm talking about from Canada on down. You said I have it already pulled up on my TV right now as we speak. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Please do. Please do. Okay? If you're able to watch it, I don't know where else you can find it, but yeah. The Secrets of Polygamy. Honey. Let me make sure that's what it's called. Wait a minute. Yeah. The Secrets of Polygamy. That's what it's called. Yeah. I'm going to let y'all go because I want y'all to go watch it. I really do. I need y'all to see that. And how delusional these folks are. Look, with the jeans, you about to see something. Okay. You said Children of the Snow pissed me off a bit, so let me get my bootstraps on for this one right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 It's called Secrets of Polygamy. And, baby, listen. It's some horrible people on this planet, and they really think, I ain't gonna spoil it for y'all. Just, y'all gonna go watch it. It's got 10 parts, right? And they worth watching. I'm trying to tell y'all what y'all need to look. Children of the Snow gave me Black Phone vibes. Listen, sister. Listen. And y'all talking to somebody that got kidnapped and whatever, right? Y'all know the deal. I told y'all the people that I used to run into was the elite folks. There's a child, and they knew I was a child. I told y'all this. But before you go, how mad was you when you found out that them two guys actually girl? I know somebody. I know somebody from when I was about 15 that passed one. And he was all the way guilty. So I already knew it was a thing. Lot of court and everything. It passed. And baby, he was all the way guilty. Because they go off your heart rate. But if you're a compulsive liar and you believe what you say, you can pass one of them tests easily. If you're a compulsive liar, yeah. Yeah. You'll pass one of them things real quick. Because they looking for your heart rate and all of that. My brother passed one in Michigan. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, they help him get off. Come on. Because they a part of... Okay. Okay now. So when you go and watch this other one, you're going to understand why they didn't do nothing. And I'm going to see if y'all pay attention to the one dude. Now think about what you just said. Just pay attention. No. You said it. Pay attention to what you just said about the popos and all of that. Oh, I know it was. I just know some people who know how to do that too. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, my uncle passed one and he was all the way guilty. He said you just have to convince yourself the lie is true and you can make it. I'm trying to tell you, I know somebody that did it. Compulsive liar too. All you gotta do is believe your lie and it's not gonna show no deception. You said, sure can. My ex passed with flying colors and they be guilty. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Yeah. Yeah. So, y'all got y'all popcorn and y'all snacks and stuff? Yeah. I need y'all to pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. It's going to make you think about all the stuff that be going on around us. Okay? You said in TikTok, I saw the same shields. Why were those boys that were found in government medical file? Can I ask you a question? Now do y'all see why I watch the crazy shows that I watch? Because I need to understand how the crazy people move and how they think. The teachers be in on it. The nurses and doctors be in on it. But What part of that? Oh, it's in my bathroom because I was told y'all needs to get hers out. It's not all of this in it's on Tubi also. Okay. Um folks gonna go find it. That's it. We ain't it's giving pigs in the parlor. Listen, and what's the name? He can't even set the captives free. Ain't that all that's in there? Everything that is happening now. Remember, the police came and brought the man into the hospital. They was part of the Satanist cult. They was there to keep the people. All you gotta do is go back and think about everything that you read in what you call and he came to set the captives free. It's all there. Who is involved? What they do? It's all in there. Is it not? You said Arlie Carter been saying this for years, right? All of it. I already know how it goes. I tried to tell y'all when I got around here what happened to me. Just to think that if I didn't learn all of this, I would be sitting there like, yeah, none of that could really happen. They are the government. They are here to protect us. They would never come. Girl. I found out in 1993 how real it was. I'm going to say that and leave it there. 1993, 1994. The police is involved. Everybody. The judges, the lawyers, the high up folks. I told y'all my story now. I told y'all my story. And people probably was like, why would she tell that? Because it's a reality. I was gone from my mama for over 2 years. Come on. Come on. Come on. You said you was only 7. Listen. This is the thing. People don't believe it. That's why when I told y'all it's certain caliber of men I do not trust, it's the reason why. Hello. So, yeah. I love y'all. You said, well, I was 4 years old. In 1993? I was in New York, honey, in 1993, 1994, and I got to see the ugliest of the ugly. And that's why certain, I don't, nope. Nope. Because they be the ones that literally practicing the Babylonian Talmud in our face, and I learned a new word, that goyim. That was the word mentioned multiple times in the Essene files. I told you they think we cattle. We talked about that over here. You don't remember, Nisi Pooh? We talked about how they view us. And this was in the beginning. Listen. I said, y'all think these people care about you. They don't. Y'all are, they don't, that's why they do all the test. Listen. Auntie is not crazy for no reason. I'm trying to tell you. That's why I don't care who believe, because it do seem unbelievable, but it's real. I told y'all that too, didn't we? I told y'all that's why I don't eat out. I told y'all that's why I got my meat grinder. See, everybody thought I was crazy in the beginning of this. One of the first videos I showed y'all is grind your own meat. And people's like, I can just go to the store. I said, yeah, you don't know who you eat, neither. You said the McRib has a new meaning. Now y'all understand why and me and my son just talked about this the other day. Remember when I told y'all I couldn't eat Chick-fil-A no more? 23. Girl. 23. I told y'all, I said, I don't know why y'all, as much as I love Chick-fil-A, they didn't change something, they didn't did something. Then they came out and said they changed the what's the name of it? Well, the whole time it was human meat, because baby, as soon as it hit my stomach, baby, I was like, oh no, this ain't right. Something ain't right about this. It's not what you're eating, it's who you're eating. I told y'all. I quit eating all of that stuff. Y'all thought I was joking. See, I told y'all I wasn't crazy. I said, you eating humans. You is eating human meat. You said this series reminds me of what happened in Waco. Yep. It does, Auntie. Don't tell the story, though. You said, yes, I noticed it too. Even my dog won't eat it. I can't. I won't eat that. I'm currently rewatching Craft Country, and they've been putting in the truth in our faces. Yep, everyone with a little bit of power is involved. Come on. It's giving soy and green. I'm trying to tell you. And that's funny because my youngest daughter, when she was first like little, she would not eat meat for like 3 years. That baby would not eat no meat. She'd push it off her plate. You said you was just about to order it? Chick-fil-A? I eat they French fries, not no meat. For real, like my diet, me and my brother just talked about this. My diet is so like y'all, I really don't be eating nothing for real. I stopped eating meat 25 years ago. You said I still eat fish, and I'm suspicious of it. Even as a child, it didn't feel right. That part. My son wouldn't eat meat too. Yep. Chick-fil-A. I don't eat none of that. Yeah. If it hurt my stomach, I'm done with it. That part. I learned how to make French fries. I don't even need them for that no more. That part. I'm saying if I go somewhere, that's pretty much all I'm gonna eat. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Mine too. My brother was like, I don't be eating no vegetables. I said, me either, because they be hurting my stomach. Oh, yeah, I quit eating Taco Bell a long time ago. Yeah. All they do is boil their French fries into mashed potatoes and then fry them in oil. They be so good, too. I seen it, girl. I seen it. You said I'm a meat eater, but it's a lot that I can't eat no more. Yeah, me too. Well, I love some meat. Listen. But y'all see why I was grinding my own meat up. People called me crazy. I didn't care. I said, you just don't know. That's why you going and eating that stuff. That's why my ex-husband, he used to try to take me out to eat all the time. And not if I can't. I need to know. I need something that's solid. Yeah. He said, I love a good McDonald's fry, but I can't eat the burgers. I can definitely do without the meat. Listen. Listen. I'm about to make some right now. That part. I'm about to find me something. I want to make me some. My cousin made some gumbo yesterday, and I tried to order my groceries, and they never showed up. I was real mad about that. So I'm going to try to do that today because I really want to make me some gumbo. I really want to make me some gumbo, and I'm going to make it. I don't eat none of that stuff. I quit eating all of that. Listen, I knew about all of that job back in 2010. 2010 is when I really quit. Like, I just was like, I'm not. That's when I started making a lot of stuff from scratch. Yes, I love you too. Auntie gonna lay down for a little bit. My daughter works at Whataburger. And she said the food makes her sick. She said it's not just the same. Baby, I ain't, listen, what's crazy is when I moved to Arizona, they had Whataburger, and for whatever reason, I ain't never been able to get with Whataburger. Never. That's so crazy. My cousin worked there and everything. I have never been able to eat Whataburger. I just kept saying, why they call it that? Whataburger? What does that mean? What's in the burger? Like, and I'm talking about 15, 14. I was like, they'll be like, we going to Whataburger. I'm cool. I am cool. I get something to drink. Baby, Whataburger? I was not messing with it. And my sister just got fired from her corporate job at Whataburger. She's been there since 16. I can't eat that. Baby, no. Yes, and my sister-in-law used to be a little bit irritated because that's what her and the kids. I wait till I get home. I make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm cool. I was born in Texas, and it was the best when I was a child. But now, In 1994, I would not eat it, and I had never heard about it. But I just was like, I don't know, something just never sat right with me with Whataburger. I eat their fries and have something to drink, but the meat, You said everything y'all talking about making my stomach hurt. That part, I was a Whataburger in Texas, and that's funny because it's so huge. I don't eat that. I would go home and eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich first. No, ma'am. And where I came from, we didn't even have it, but I just knew that wasn't it. That name just didn't sit right with me. But anyway, I'm about to go, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all got a show to watch. We'll talk about it if y'all done got through some of it later. It very well could be. I don't know. But y'all got something to watch, so. Okay. I love you too, Pumpkin. I love you too. Hey, T. Listen, I just told my son, I said, I'm about to have to retire my shoes and they going to go up because they starting to crack. Okay? So these are going in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to make a box for them and put them up. Even though I'm going to miss them. Do you hear me? I just told my son, he said, Mom, I said, no, I gotta retire them. Because I don't want them to do like the other ones. So they're probably going to be up on the wall or something in here. I might hang them. I don't know. But these right here, just rough, girl. Yeah, but I don't want them to look like my other ones. So I didn't wear these shoes about every day since I got them. That's a long. You made these what, 2 or 3 years ago? 2 years ago? You don't even have to. You don't even have to. You don't even have to. I mean, we'll talk about it, okay? But I'm just saying these, girl, listen, baby, they done been everywhere with me. Everywhere. To every place that I've traveled. I wear these every day. They sit by the door. I wear them every day. But I started to get a crack. I said, oh no. You know how kids be like, no. So they're going up. This is probably to my birthday. And then I'm gonna put them up. So they gonna be in here in a case or something. Cause these is you said who's your faces? You said she'll make you another care. Be quiet. Hush your face. Right. Okay, yeah, if you want to, that's fine. I just don't want, cause look at, I don't want to wear on my welcome and stuff. Girl, she done made me 4 pairs of shoes. But look it. They still glow and everything. You can't really see it. Hold on. Can you see they still glow? Girl, every time I went through the airport, everybody would be like, oh my God, where you get those shoes? So I told my son, he said, Mom, that's horrible. I said, I know, right? I know. But I'm retiring them, girl, because I don't want them to mess up. Listen. You said, Dean, look at the confessional series on Mr. Epstein. It's good. Okay. Okay, I will. You told me something about that the other day. Girl, yeah, because my other ones is beat up. So I just wanted you to know they're going in the Hall of Fame. They're probably going to go up there. I don't know. I'm going to put them somewhere. Because this has been my favorite pair of shoes for the last however long I had them. I said, goodness gracious. So I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all got stuff to watch. Secrets of Polygamy. Secrets of Polygamy. Okay. He has hospitals. Okay. Don't tell me because you know I ain't going to watch it if you tell me. Now don't tell me the story. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to go watch it. But you can't tell me the thing because then I'm going to watch it. You can't tell me the story. You can't tell me the movie. If you want me to watch it. You can't. If you want me to scrutinize it and look at it. Oh, okay. Well, dang it. They can't tell us. I love y'all. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.